Hello, Nasdaq followers, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bell. My name is Leanne Alfaro, producer and host here at Nasdaq. Joining me today, right before the closing bell, it's 3 o'clock. You know what that means. We have Stocktotrade here. Joining us right now is Tim Sykes, who is Chief Evangelist over at Stocktotrade, as well as Tim Bowen, two Tims.
Yes.
Who is lead trainer at Stocktotrade. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your platform. You know, it's a software, but also school for people who want to get into trading. Stocktotrade been around since 2006, several thousands of subscribers. Tell us about how it all got started.
So one of the great things about Stocktotrade is we feel like we are really the one platform that addresses all the needs of any beginning or growing trader. You know, we have charting, news scanning, an algorithm that allows you to pick some of the most active stocks as well as plan entries and exits on those trades. So, and then on the back end, we have integration with brokers like Tradier, who is here with us as well. And so the great thing is one click, you can get access to all the tools you need to day trade as well as swing trade and even invest in some of these active stocks like are listed on the Nasdaq.
It's like Bloomberg for beginners.
I like that. So then what's the learning curve like? Tell me, for someone who's trying to, they know nothing about trading, but they want to get into trading, how long do you expect these people to be on the platform to then get even with everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, it gets easier over time. At first, it's like the whole market is very confusing, but you learn about news, you learn about catalysts, you see which stocks are moving the fastest, and you try to grow your small account. You know, we specialize with people with very small accounts, and they can try to grow it many times over with enough tools, with enough resources. Sadly, most people don't have the tools, they don't have the resources, they're just following alerts, they're following picks. We want, you know, students and traders and investors to have their own self-sufficiency so that they know what they're doing on their own.
And I think one of the biggest things that sets Stocktotrade apart from a lot of these other platforms out there is the educational aspects of it. You know, nobody, in my opinion, nobody is as high touch as we are. We do twice daily webinars where you see live a trainer, typically me, using the platform, scanning for stocks, looking at the news. So you've got these tools, I mean, very complex. You launch any trading platform, there's a lot going on. We give you all of these webinars every day, twice a day, as well as archived webinars that get you up to speed. I joke a lot about there's a lot of applications out there. The first time you launch Excel or Photoshop, how do you get started? How do you actually edit a photo? We give you that education with the twice daily webinars.
Yeah, it's about simplifying everything. You know, finance and trading can be very complex. We need to break it down for beginners.
Absolutely. So how does this training process kind of go? How long are the courses? Does it work on courses, or is it the same 2 webinars every day?
So what we do at Stocktotrade is, you know, you can join anytime. They're all archived at any, you know, all for watching anytime. You can watch them on your phone if you want to. So you can kind of dip in and out as you need. And some people, maybe they're a little more advanced, they get up to speed in a month. Some people, maybe it takes 6 months, sometimes some it takes a year or even longer, but as long as you're there, we have all of that for you. So you can, you know, they're also tagged and indexed, so if you're looking for a specific topic, you can jump in, research that topic, and then apply that with the software.
Yeah. And it's good to study the past. You know, like everybody wants to know, what's the next hot stock? What's the next hot sector? But if you study the past, you're better prepared because history repeats, so you're trying to learn predictable patterns for the future.
Yep. So how many active subscribers would you say you have right now?
Right now, we've got about 3,000 currently active on the platform. We're really growing fast. That's why we're really appreciate Nasdaq having us here, the exposure. I think we've got one of the best platforms out there, and it's improving every day.
And now, what are the experience of levels of users that you'll find on the platform? I'm also interested to hear, do the users get to interact with each other, or is it kind of more of a singular route?
So mostly, you know, I think we're catered to everybody, really. I mean, I've worked with traders that, I mean, it's their first day. They barely know what long and short is, you know, what the bid and the ask is, some of the basic terms, all the way up to intermediate and experienced. And, you know, again, it's really, they can choose their path and to do it at their pace, I guess I would say. So.
And the cool thing is also, it's not about, you know, just people who are full-time. You know, Bloomberg is really intense, like career-oriented in investments and finance. We have a lot of part-time students, a lot of part-time traders where they're just trying to keep, you know, up to date with the markets and what's hot. But then when there is something that's really predictable, when there's a good setup, they're ready to strike. It's all about patience. You know, patience pays off. You don't have to trade every day, but be prepared every day, just in case.
Let's say someone wants to hop on the platform. What do they have to do?
Best thing to do is obviously go to stocktotrade.com. You can sign up today. You download it right away. I mean, we have a great introductory course. I just actually redid all of these new videos, up to date as of a couple weeks ago, and we step you right through building a watch list, running these scans, breaking down the news, looking at charting, all of these kind of tools to put together that first trade. And we really walk you right through it. And again, I think that's one of the great things that we do is if you want to go crazy on those lessons, you can go right after them, and you can be looking to trading with the platform same day or the next day. So.
No, I mean, you got to start somewhere. So the harder you study, the more prepared you are, the higher your odds of success. It's not for lazy people. Like, you have to actually, take this
you have
seriously.
To be immersed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's
Whether you're doing it full-time or part-time.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And if anything, if you're getting started or if you're part-time, you have to work that much harder. Everybody talks about, a side hustle. If you want to make that side hustle work, which a lot of new traders, I mean, I hope nobody's quitting their job and starting trading tomorrow. I hope they learn the tools at Stocktotrade, learn these patterns. But, you really have to grind and put in that effort. And we have that between the tools and the training to shorten that process if you're willing to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But also, I don't think that there's any other platform that's like geared towards people with small accounts, like geared towards beginners. Like, they don't have access to these tools, right? So you need to give these people the tools so that they have better odds.
So you both really have an eagle-eye view on where the industry is heading and kind of access to the industry. What's your outlook? Do you think that this access to trading is going to be more democratized in the future? Is this what our future looks like here?
I often joke, I mean, I think we live in I've been day trading for 12 years now. I've had a lifelong interest in finance. I mean, we live in the most amazing time for trading and speculation, in my opinion. Love them or hate them, cryptocurrencies have opened up, so much exposure to speculation and trading. And I mean, simply look at the economy. I mean, robots, 3D printing, there's lessening opportunities when it comes to old school, jobs.
Right.
But I think that has opened up explosive or exponential opportunities when it comes to trading and speculation. I think that you've just seen an explosion of now everybody has that trader mindset because of cryptos or weed stocks or whatever it is.
And there's also an explosion in education.
Yes.
We're just beginning with the education revolution. Like, people couldn't have these tools a few years ago. People didn't know, frankly, how to do this. So it's like, kind of coming down from just the big Wall Street banks and, professional traders. Now these tools are in the hands of individuals, and the individuals just need to put in the time to learn.
I mean, the amount of information you get just from YouTube, anything you want to learn is out there. I didn't have that when I was 20. If I was looking to speculate back when I was college, I was waiting for prospectuses from mutual funds, trying to learn. I mean, how are you going to learn from that? Now we've got webinars, we've got all of this stuff.
Stocktotrade has a good YouTube channel. I've got 1,000 videos
phone.
on my YouTube channel too.
Oh, nice.
So you should use these tools. You just have to study. That's the one thing. Like, everybody wants money, but they don't want to put in the time and effort. You can't do one or the other. Like, you have to put in the time. That increases your odds.
You hit on two very important points, and one of them is obviously the access to education, which is much more available than I'm sure it was years ago. And the other thing is now people have apps where they can invest, right? Like, I mean, you have Robinhood if you want to invest in a certain kind of way, like put little deposits of money, and obviously like cryptocurrency, and people have been very interested in that.
And that's when you think about, again, this dates me, but I think back to, I was trying to trade before there was the internet. I mean, I didn't even have access to the internet. Now you have a supercomputer
It's a whole new
in
world.
your pocket. Yeah.
I think it's the anniversary right now of the World Wide Web. So.
It is 30 years.
Yep.
It's been a journey. I've been on it for like 20 years, but I learned everything online, and people can do this literally from anywhere in the world. That's the beautiful thing here. Like, we have subscribers from all over the place. You can trade from your house. You can trade from your job. You can learn on the subway. Like, internet is only getting better. The tools are only getting better. So you just need to have the right mindset.
Absolutely. I love that outlook. All right, guys, we're looking forward to having you for the closing bell. Thanks so much for joining us, telling us a little bit more about Stocktotrade, and we'll definitely keep an eye out.
Thanks a lot.
Nasdaq followers, please stay tuned for the closing bell with Stocktotrade. We'll have more coverage coming to you right here from the Nasdaq.